Hey Mike, we got a sighting map here with a white pin on it. What's that story?
Well, the white pins represent sightings that had took place before the 60s, the 1960s. And this pin was put in the map by a man who came in here. He grew up in the Aptos area. This is in the center of the forest at Nicene Marks, which is a large park above the coastal town of Aptos. And we just have a raft of Bigfoot sightings around this area. And his is the oldest one that we've heard of to date. And this sighting took place apparently in 1957. The man who told me about it came in and said he was 13 years old. He was riding down Hinkley Ridge there from the Sandpoint Lookout. It's a promontory where you can look all the way down to the Monterey Bay. It's a beautiful view, and it's the highest point in the center of the park. So he was coming down the hill from Sandpoint on Hinkley Ridge, and he was on a bicycle, and he swerved to avoid a mud puddle. He caught some motion out of the corner of his eye, so he turned and looked, and he saw a rather large hairy man step out from behind this tree, and he had eye contact with it. At that point, the large hairy man turned around and headed down into this steep canyon. Now this place is riddled with steep canyons, and he said for the next 5 minutes at least he could hear this thing cutting a swath through the woods. He said it sounded like a freight train going through the forest. Crash, snap, you know. In other words, it had been discovered, and so it wasn't being secretive any longer. And when these things are trying to get through the woods and they're not trying to hide, they can make an awful racket. It's pretty frightening.